Hello, today we're going to do a short video on how you can use ResSystem to take group bookings and still take individual payments for those bookings as well. First of all, we're going to talk a little bit about when and why you might want to use this. We'll talk about what you need to do to set this up in ResSystem, and then we'll do a demo, and then we'll talk about a masterclass. And a masterclass, if you want after the demo, you can leave, but the masterclass is going to take you from basically reserving a slot time for an individual and then creating special pricing for that slot time as well. But first of all, let's talk about the when and why you might want to use it. So group bookings are a great thing. The sometimes challenge with it is that you've got somebody, maybe it's a bachelor or bachelorette party, and they've got 12 or 15 people who are coming, and that person who's organizing it might not want to be the one to pay for all of the people who are traveling or coming on the trip that day. So what this does is it allows you to take that group booking, kind of block that space, and then let individuals come in and make payments towards that slot. And so the reason that you might want to do it is it's really very accommodating. It's really easy for group organizers for you to manage and say, listen, you can go ahead and reserve the spot with me, but then what I will do is I will send out an email to you, the group organizer, and you can send out an email to all of the people who are attending, tell them to click on the link, put in the password, and they can make the payment at the time. Now, that's really nice because it's going to save you time at check-in. So if those guests have paid in advance, it doesn't have you have a line of people waiting to pay because you've just already got a group of people who've already paid in advance and are ready to go right into the activity. So setting it up is actually quite easily. And what we do is we do it based upon the slot time. So you're going to go into the slot, and on the right-hand side, you're going to see a button that says Password Protect this slot, and you're going to enter the code. Now, the system will automatically generate a code for you, but you can change the code, and I'll show you how to do that. And then what happens is when your customer gets there through the booking process, they're going to see this box that says Enter Private Code, and if they don't have that code, they can't book that time. So it still keeps your other time slots open and available for consumers to book, but it blocks that time slot specifically for anybody who's got that code to come in and take payments. Now, if you are only doing a partial group, so maybe you have a capacity of 30, but you have 15 individuals that are coming in, there's a different way that we can handle that, but this will at least give you the overview of it, and if you've got that situation, feel free to give us a call and we can walk you through it. But this is just, again, kind of a high-level overview. So first of all, let's go ahead and walk through, and we'll go in and jump in. So the place that I would suggest that you start is to click on the calendar, but there's a couple of different ways you can get to the slot, and how you get to the slot is really up to you, but I find that sometimes starting at the calendar level is a little bit easier because I can see all of my time slots that are here. Now, I've obviously just set this for specifically the 2-hour tour, but I'm going to go ahead and choose the 2-hour tour at noon, and I'm going to go ahead and right click, and then I'm going to click View Slot. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to open up for me, and it is going to open up specifically that Saturday, May 19th slot at noon, and it's got a capacity of 14, and I'm going to plan to use this for the entire group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and click Password Protect Slot, and when I do that, my screen is going to flash for just a second, and then it's going to bring me down to the bottom, and it says passcode. Now, I can use the system-generated passcode, but that's sometimes a little bit clumsy. So if I know that it's a party of the Jones party, I can type in Jones. I usually suggest putting in the person's last name or whatever the event is. If it's homecoming or if it's a wedding reception, you could put some information in just like that. So that is now the passcode that the customer is going to put on the booking screen when they actually go ahead and make the booking. So again, we've set this up for May 19th at noon. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and now it's all set. So let's see what it looks like from the consumer side. So this is set for May 19th at noon. And when I come to my consumer booking side here, this is my calendar. I'm going to go ahead and choose May 19th. And when I do this, it should give me option to choose just one ticket. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose one adult ticket. And now my 9 a.m. is wide open, and my private code is entered here. And when I enter Jones, I go ahead and hit select, and it says, great, your total price is $42. So that's how you can password protect that slot. And now I could go through as an individual, and I can go ahead and fill this out. I can go ahead and process it, and it's going to go through, and normally if I have my right credit card number in here, it's going to process in real time, and that's one booking for that slot, and so every individual can come in and make individual payments there. Now, if you want to get fancy, so let's say because it's a group, I don't want this group to pay $42, I want them to pay $40. So what you can do then is you can go ahead and create a pricing rule. And so this is the master class. If you're not interested in changing pricing for your groups, you can end this video right here and you can go ahead and do what you need to do. But if you want to see how you can adapt specific pricing to specific slot times, this is where we're going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Setup. And I'm going to click on Pricing Rules down at the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and create a new rule, and we're going to call this the Jones rule for May 19th. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call it the Jones group, and I'm going to apply a discount of $2. Now, I could apply a surcharge if I wanted, because maybe I'm doing something special for them. I'm doing a lunch or things like that. So I can create specific pricing rules that go along with this. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in as $2. And then I need to say, when is it valid from? So what are the dates that orders need to be placed by? And I'm going to say through the 19th. Well, it's, yeah, through the 19th. And then it's going to walk me through the validity. So the next thing that's going to pop up is going to say, which activity date is this on? And I'm just going to say it's just for an activity on the 19th. And that happens to be a Saturday, I believe, a Saturday or a Sunday. I don't remember which one, but we'll put both of them in there. And then it's going to walk me through which activity is it. And I'm going to choose just a selected activity, and it's my 2-hour scenic tour. And then it might ask me which ticket. And I'm going to say it's only valid on the adult tickets that I'm going to put that $2 rule in. Okay? So, oh, and I can even get more specific, and I didn't do that, I'm sorry. So one of the things that I can do when I click on the validity here is I can choose specific times that it would be valid for as well. So I think this was my 2 o'clock group, 2 p.m., and we're just going to put in 2:05 here, just to make sure that it's all set. Oh, we don't want AM, we want PM. 5 p.m. And we're going to go ahead and hit proceed, and then we should be all set. Okay, so now we're set. Now I'm going to come back over here to my calendar, and we're going to come back to my calendar. And we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to go book that 19th. And we're going to go ahead and just keep the one adult ticket on here. And so what should happen is it should, when I enter the Jones code, when I look at my pricing here, it should come in, oh, because I had an adult in there. I need to clear and start over. Oh, I know what I did. I put it in, my rule in for 2 p.m. and it should have been noon. Okay, now we should be set. So it's important to know the date and the time when you're actually going to go ahead and do this. But now let's go back, and I'm going to come back here to my calendar. We're going to just start over right at the beginning. I'm going to choose that 19th, and we'll go through and choose one adult. I'm going to go ahead and put in Jones, and it should allow me to go ahead and book. And my total price is now 40. So that's your master's class. In order to do this, you obviously need to know the date and the time that's going to be associated with it, but that gives you an idea of how you can customize pricing that's there as well. So if you have any other questions, feel free to always just reach out to us at Res System. You can come to our website and reach us that way, or obviously you can just click on the support button and send us a quick email that way. Thanks.